Welcome to MyLITV. From Manhasset to Montauk, we've traveled our communities to bring you the following events. I'm your host, Waldo Cabrera. MyLITV starts now. Today, we are joining the National Park Service on a tour of Fire Island's Sunken Forest. And although a ferry will take you there, we're hitching a ride.
This is actually one of the resource management boats. Our fleet has several boats in it, and they kind of are run by divisions. So this is one of the ones that our biologists take out to do their research normally.
The Sunken Forest is in the center of Fire Island, which is not easy to get to.
On either end, you can access it by driving. You can get to Robert Moses State Park, and then on the east end, you can take the William Floyd Parkway. But in the summertime, you get to take boats to the middle of the island. Gorgeous ride across the bay to beautiful Sailor's Haven. You can stop here for a snack, try the ice cream, it's the best. You can also keep your boat here overnight through Fire Island concessions. We're going to take a walk through the Sunken Forest, a 350-year-old maritime holly forest, one of only 2 in the world.
Before going on your walk, stop by the visitor center, which has activities for kids and information about what to expect on your hike.
There's a 1.5-mile loop through the Sunken Forest, and you can be on boardwalk the entire way.
As we head into the heart of the Sunken Forest, I learned what sunken really means.
It's sunken behind what's called a secondary dune. So it's not sunken below sea level, which a lot of our visitors think, but instead it's protected by a double dune system from the harsh conditions of the beach and the ocean. And here in the heart of the forest, trees have been aged at over 300 years old. We're all familiar with holly trees that grow in our yards. They kind of grow the shape of a Christmas tree. In the Sunken Forest, these holly trees have grown tall and dropped lower branches for favor of canopy light. We're on a boardwalk overlook at the top of the Sunken Forest, really, situated on what's called the secondary dune. If we look in that direction, we can see the primary dune and ocean in front of us. And it's the ocean that helps keep the Sunken Forest sunken below the secondary dune. What's called aerosols off the ocean come across the dunes, gain speed with the wind, and actually trim the trees back to this height. So it's the salt air and wind that helps keep the Sunken Forest right at this height. In between the 2 dunes is what's called a swale or interdune habitat. So there's really hardy plants in that region, including a low-growing heath that's called Hudsonia tomentosa, or beach heath or beach heather. It blooms a beautiful yellow color in late spring.
The beach heather also serves as a delicious dish for the local deer, who didn't seem to be too bothered by our presence. From the top of the overlook, you walk down a zigzagging boardwalk, and when you cross the dune, you see an undeveloped beach, which gives you the feeling that you're the first person ever to set foot on that sand. I was a little concerned to see rows of dead shrubs at the top of the dune, but I was told not to worry.
That was a part of the dune that used to be a little bit more protected before Hurricane Sandy. During Hurricane Sandy and other powerful storms, wind and waves can erode sand from the dunes. But what we see behind me with the beach grass is that over time, beach grass helps dunes naturally recover gradually. What happens is the plant is stimulated to grow when it's covered by sand. Its roots trap the sand, helping to secure it in place and build the dune over time.
A little further down, we walked into a more typical beach. It has a lifeguard, is fit for swimming, and perfect for a day of family fun. And on a hot day, a dip in the cool Atlantic Ocean is the best way to cap off a walk through Fire Island's beautiful sunken forest.